Lennox Rodgers led a life of crime.
My name's Lennox. We're here in Oxford, retracing my steps of a journey of a life of crime.
With years of drug dealing, knives, violence, and lots of prison time.
I just want to take this opportunity to apologise for the crimes I committed and the people that were hurt in the process. Wow, this takes me back. This is the first children's home assessment centre that I came to when I was taken away from my parents. I was taken to what was called Yarnton House. It's now a residential home for the elderly. It was really daunting. I didn't know what to expect. And my first night there, I just broke down in tears. I cried because of the hurt and pain and rejection I felt being taken away from my family and friends. After that, my walls went up and I became full of rage and angry, and I made it my mission not to allow myself to be hurt anymore. This is where, this is a road I parked in, Flexney Place. I was going to kill my abuser. I was going to get in the car and run him over, but twice I tried to do that. I had certain interventions that stopped me from carrying it out.
But Lennox transformed his life and turned his back on crime. In 2005, he started the charity Refocus. And now Lennox, his wife Bally, and the charity's staff and volunteers have one single goal: to save lives and stop violence in our communities.
For those young people who stabbed that young boy, I mean, if there were a group...
Lennox's message is hard-hitting, and he explains to young people the reality of crime, the impact, the consequences and damage, the pain and the misery that choices can bring, by openly relaying his own story.
So here we are in Shotover. It's a really nice place. People come for walks, and I came here many years ago with a couple of guys from a drug dealing gang I was part of, and another guy who was involved in an organised crime gang I was in too. And we came here to bring him, to teach him a lesson. We'd been to a petrol station and filled up jerry cans, and he started, in his mind, the wheels started to turn, he started to piece things together. And you know, when we got out of the car here, he just was in fear for his life. When you're involved in crime, there's a lot of violence attached to it. You know, he was involved in crime too. It didn't justify it, but I was a very wicked and evil person. But I am so remorseful of the things I did and the people that were hurt in the process. And I wish I could go back and talk to that young boy all the way back in Yarnton House and try to direct him on a different path. But all I can do now is talk to other young boys who are on a similar path of destruction and show them that where it could end and how they can take a different route. So that's what we do now at Refocus. There's bankers, there's lawyers,
And his hard-hitting lesson changes lives.
And I lost everything. I've been in and out of prison for 21 years. I've been to 16 different prisons all over the country. I lost everything and I ended up on the streets of London.
Inspiring the next generation.
Do whatever you can to try and make life for you when you kind of get older and that as well better for your children and families that you're going to have. I think there's my cell. Officers used to stand here. It makes me feel happy that I'm here under different circumstances. It makes me feel sad to know that I spent many years here, many Christmases, birthdays, summers in cells that were claustrophobic. I saw many deaths, people who had committed suicide. So that there are some sad memories, but to be back here now and not be an inmate again is fantastic.
His message is reaching audiences nationwide.
Parents, especially single parents, if their kids are involved in gangs. We've been working with gangs in Kent, young people that have come across county lines for many years. Why the young people talk to us and listen to us is because we can identify. We're not ashamed to show that we got it wrong, we made mistakes.
And never has this been more pressing than now.
The alley part of my story was where I felt broken. I'd lost everything. I was homeless on the streets and I just wanted to die. My body was shutting down and I found myself in an alley crying, having just committed a crime, and I had a Twilight Zone experience that transformed my life. And that experience made me want to change. And I handed myself into the police station, and I'm thankful now that I've been able to stop carrying all that baggage of anger, rage, just injustice, rejection and pain. I've been able to let it go, and having been able to let it go, it's helped me to move on, and it's helped me to be able to help others in the line of work I do. I'm a much happier person now. I have come away from all that darkness, and I'm just happy that I can use all that experience to help others in a similar way.
We have a chance to break the cycle of violence. We have a chance for a better, happier future for our young people, and to make our communities safer.